But yeah, it's like that's what Maury was, where they just have like 3 guys come on and they're like,
Who's the father?
yeah, you're the father.
This would be the
DNA
greatest
test.
Maury episode of all time.
It'd be like a 6-parter. All right, it's the rundown. Wednesday, February 19th, brought to you by JackPocket. You've heard of ordering lottery tickets on your smartphone, so why not scratch off tickets? Well, now you can with JackPocket, America's #1 lottery app. They let you order scratch-off tickets right on your phone in states like Texas, Massachusetts, Ohio, Arizona, Oregon, and Colorado. JackPocket is your one-stop shop for ordering national lottery tickets like Powerball or Mega Millions and scratch-off tickets in select states. Download the JackPocket app to start ordering tickets today. New customers use code Barstool for free Powerball or Mega Millions ticket. That's code Barstool.
I've never seen him run that color.
What you guys got going on?
I didn't know Tommy's got like a silver phone. I didn't know that they came in silver. Just caught my eye.
Oh, yeah.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
What color is yours?
I just got a black phone.
Black? I don't know what mine is. I think mine's...
If my phone was like this and you asked me what color was my phone, I wouldn't have.
Yeah, mine's
something I never even think about.
blue.
Oh, I didn't know it came in blue either. I thought it was like the black phone's black.
No, yours is white.
I knew they had like a special. Didn't they have like a red one time or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the AIDS one.
Yes,
I just thought iPhones were black.
Dallas Buyers Club.
The movie kind of stinks, but McConaughey's acting is incredible.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen it.
I watched There Will Be Blood the other night. That's like the greatest movie of all time.
I've
never seen it.
Still on my list, but I always used to get that confused with what is the other? No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
For some reason, those two movies in my head are very interchangeable.
I believe
They come out the same year?
that you are not only right in like they have a similar vibe, but they were shot in such close locations that No Country for Old Men would have to stop filming when There Will Be Blood was doing like dynamite scenes.
Oh, wow.
They'd hear it on their set.
No Country for Old Men is Javier Bardem, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I've seen that one. I haven't seen There Will Be Blood.
Someone told me that yesterday. That definitely happened with There Will Be Blood and a movie. I'm pretty sure it was No Country for Old Men.
All right, well, that would explain it. I don't know why. I feel like you agreed, Nate. For whatever reason, those two movies in my head, I can't figure out what's what.
All right.
They're certainly not very similar. They're completely different eras and stuff like that, but like the landscape.
Visually, they look, very similar. Did they come out 2007?
That sounds right.
Yeah. Topic number 1, something that's taken the internet by storm. Maybe the hardest paternity test of all time, porn star Bonnie Blue, who famously slept with 1,057 men in one day, is allegedly pregnant.
No, she's not.
You think it's all just a publicity thing?
I don't believe any of these chicks. Like, it's all just trying to get attention and blow up their OnlyFans and pop. I respect the marketing gang, but
I feel like she's probably pregnant. Call it a hot take.
The guys were in condoms, and they were.
So were they all wearing condoms?
I thought they.
I'm sure they were wearing condoms.
So I saw something that the first guy didn't wear a condom.
Classic.
And then they were worried that put everybody at risk. That could be a fake rumor.
But wouldn't they have to get tested before they?
You get tested for STDs, but I imagine they're all fertile.
Right. Pregnancy, yeah. But it also, also, like, I mean, birth control and pull-out method. That's got to be 100%.
It's got to be on birth.
People are like, oh, she had sex with 1,000 guys. I've had sex 1,000 times. I've barely ever gotten pregnant.
I saw a very funny tweet that was like Bonnie Blue's birth control when the 1,000 guys was the Jon Snow, like taking out the sword, the Battle of the Bastards.
Like, I don't know. I just don't. I think they're always trying to market, get their name bigger, and I don't know. It could be true. That wouldn't shock me, but I'm sure it's not.
Do you think we could convince Meek that him touching her boob made her pregnant?
100%. Yeah, but like an IUD. That's got to be 100%. That's got to be 100% effective, right?
Yeah, I think. Right?
I think you're missing a bigger point is that means she's like having recreational sex for pleasure on the side and then fucking 1,057 guys in a day and then just going back to her real...
I'm sure she is.
Yeah, but like that's just so... Like when does she go to the grocery store? She's getting inundated with sex.
I don't know. These
How do you?
These
So
stories.
do you have to get DNA from all 1,000 guys?
Yeah.
What?
You have to like get the DNA. Like you can't. I mean, for this, I guess is ignorant, but she has the baby. Can you just then from when you see the baby figure out who the dad is? Or you have to test all the DNA.
Yeah.
I would think you have to test everyone.
Huh.
I don't know.
I mean, I assume the only way you don't have to test everyone is if you figure it out in like the first 500.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, all right, well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like that's what Maury was, where they just have like 3 guys come on and they're like,
Who's the father?
yeah, you're the father.
This would be the
DNA
greatest
test.
Maury episode of all time.
100. It'd be like a 6-parter.
Dude, it's like uncomfortable talking about that stuff. It's just weird.
I don't find it uncomfortable.
You don't? I think
I don't slut shame personally.
I enjoy pornography and sex, but for some reason she's taking it both too far, and I'm like, ugh.
I thought she was nice.
I didn't have the
Yeah.
pleasure of meeting her, but it's like, want to watch me fuck 1,000 people? No, I don't want to watch you fuck 1,000 people, dude. On what fucking planet do I want to watch?
I don't want to
1,000
watch it, but
people?
I'm not gonna shame her for it.
I was gonna just like let it lie. No, I'm gonna shame her for it. That's too many people. You can't be fucking 1,000.
She's pregnant too, Taylor Mathis.
The gambling walking girl.
Walking tits.
I'm not gonna slut shame. Oh, walking tits over there? Yeah. All right, next topic. Who's the asshole? Bride gets triggered as a baby cries during her no kids wedding. So yeah, you haven't seen the clip. There's a bride, they're doing their vows, and there's a kid in the crowd just crying for about 10 minutes. And everyone's like, well, why didn't the lady just take the kid outside? The lady was like, I drove 10 hours. I'm not going to miss this. Like it's like a solar eclipse or something. It's, it's a wedding.
It's no kids. Why was
no kids. So she still brought a kid to a no kids
Okay,
wedding.
so she's the asshole.
100%.
It's not even a question.
Yeah. And it's also just like, take your kid outside if it's crying. Like that's parenting 101.
The second the kid makes noise, get it outside.
Yeah.
Like if it coughs or cries, I'm not even really joking. Like you would get up and be like, all right, like.
But apparently she said, I drove 10 hours. I'm not going to miss this. It's like.
Leave the baby in the car.
Yeah, it's winter. Babies can stay in the car for a long time.
Also, of course you're the asshole if it's a no kids wedding and you're like, well, I'm a special exemption to this.
Yeah.
What was does it say like what is the relationship of the lady to the bride?
I did not see that, no. Just a friend of a friend, probably. Just like, I got it.
When I was like 5, I think I snored through my cousin's wedding. I was the ring bearer, and then I just fell asleep during the ceremony and snored loudly.
Can you hear it on like the tape or whatever?
I don't think so.
Because in this video, they're literally exchanging their vows, and you just hear this kid wailing.
But it's also on them, on the couple, to then like acknowledge it and laugh about it.
Yeah,
it sucks, but if you're on the altar continuing to get angry, then it just like puts like a weird cloud over the whole fucking
So
thing.
in the clip, I think the bride was doing a good job of playing it cool. Like she's like side-eyeing, like, is this baby still crying? But apparently the mother of the bride turned around and was like, get that fucking kid out of here.
But that's what you can't
that's the
like,
mom's
get
job.
mad at you gotta fucking adapt, and you're gonna ruin.
No, I think you get mad.
But it's
That's your day.
But then you're opting to ruin your wedding. Because then that's what
Right, you're just saying just don't let it bother you, yeah.
You gotta like point out like, oh, I didn't know that fucking. You gotta be Andy in The Office when someone's phone's ringing and he's like, is that a bird I hear out there? Like you gotta otherwise this is all anyone remembers from that day.
And then you're on the Barstool rundown.
Yeah.
Next topic, ASAP Rocky was found not guilty on both charges in his felony assault case and proceeded to jump into the gallery and hug Rihanna. I don't know. I haven't been following this case. Apparently, the guy, I saw the guy like that his friend ASAP Relly was ASAP Rocky was accused of pulling a gun on him and saying like, all right, I'm going to kill you, pussy. And that was the exact quote, but then he was lying because there wasn't an exact quote, and that's why he was found not guilty because this guy was lying. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not following.
I don't have too much on it.
my rap star court cases.
I know he's like a hot guy. That's his big thing.
ASAP Rocky is a very handsome man.
Probably mid Probably say
let's not.
Should have modeled because you mid again. That's a Drake diss towards ASAP Rocky.
What was
Like
that?
next time you drop some shit, they're gonna say you should have modeled because it's mid again. Like his rap's so mid that people just like go model instead. Pretty boy.
Yeah, the Dante
That's a
blog.
pretty good
Yeah, it's just a
backup
bunch of
for you,
Rihanna
too.
pictures.
Like your
at the
rap's
end, which
so
is good for
bad,
him.
just go be a hot guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's how I'd celebrate if I found out I wasn't going to jail
Yeah,
for
I'd
the next
probably
30
fuck
years.
around.
Yeah.
I had that
Like,
option.
or
Yeah.
whatever they are.
Netflix is doing a docuseries. Okay. All right. Rundown is sponsored by Factor. Ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes, so you can fuel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any activity, busy lifestyle. Lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto Meals. Based on a randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto, results will vary depending on diet and exercise. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use Factor Podcast to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code FactorPodcast at factormeals.com/factorpodcast to get 50% off, free shipping on your first box. Factor Meals, very good.
Factor Meals
Whenever they
Great tasting.
sponsored Surviving
Yeah.
Barstool, I ate a bunch of them that were in the fridge. They were delicious. Netflix is doing a docuseries about the manhunt for Osama bin Laden. And I just watched the trailer. It looks pretty good. I don't know if you guys watched. There was a Turning Point, like the 9/11 and the Iraq War or something that was on Netflix. That was really good. I'll watch anything that has to do with like manhunt, 9/11, all that stuff. But the
Zero Dark 30 was awesome.
Zero Dark, I didn't really like Zero Dark 30 that
Really?
much.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Jessica Chastain, goat. My
don't-
goat.
I don't know what I was expecting with that, but it just wasn't.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Zero Dark
Yeah.
Thirty.
I loved. Granted, it's a little different.
Actually, that's one of my weirdly depressing movies that I watch a lot.
Is it depressing? They find him. They killed Bin Laden.
I was gonna say what's depressing about it?
depressing. I shouldn't say heavy.
Yeah.
That's on the list with Spotlight.
I actually don't know if I've ever. I saw that in theaters. I don't know if I've ever rewatched it. I could be due for a rewatch.
I watched.
What's his name? My boy.
Chris Pratt.
No. Oh yeah, he is a SEAL. Fucking Australian guy. No, played Ted Kennedy and why can't I remember his fucking name? Played Ted Kennedy in Chappaquiddick. He was in that mob show in Providence, based on the Bolger brothers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's the fucking man.
I just remember there were a bunch of hot,
He's like
hot
he's
dudes.
like
in
legitimately
SEALs.
one of my favorite actors. We've interviewed him.
Oh,
Jason Clarke. Yeah, dude, he's the best.
I see a picture of this guy.
I didn't say he's hot. I said he's the best.
Nobody said he was hot.
He is very handsome, but
Oh, he does look familiar.
yeah, he's fucking awesome.
I remember him coming in here. Yeah, I watched. There was only one. There was one.
Oh, the
thing
Devil
that-
all the time. That's what I think I recognize him.
all the time. Oh, that's with Spider-Man.
Yeah, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson.
Oh yeah.
It's a weird movie.
So that was a Netflix movie, right?
Yeah, I think so.
In the trailer, though, they're like talking about giving the job to some guy in the government. It's like, you give me 6 months, I'll have flies walking on their eyeballs. And it's like, well, that's the lamest thing I've heard. I don't. Does that make
right,
sense?
Yeah, no, that's dumb.
I was gonna say I was surprised by your fuck yeah. I was like, what does that?
I don't know. It just sounded cool.
One of those things that sounds
Well,
cool, but I
they'll
don't
be
think
so dead that flies will be on their eyeballs.
walking on their
walking?
eyeballs. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
flies will be walking on their eyeballs.
Oh, okay.
They're so
okay, I
dead
see
that
it.
like flies
I was thinking
go to
the
their
flies
corpses.
themselves were walking on their eyeballs.
Yeah. When a corpse is so dead, flies come to it.
Yes, no. You're
Yeah.
right, and I get it now. But I thought the phrase meant flies would be walking on their own eyeballs.
Oh,
That's what I
that
thought,
wouldn't make
too.
any sense.
If it wants to be, if it's gonna be cool, it's gotta have. You can't have like this like gray area where you think people are flies.
I can't believe you guys went that way.
No, you're.
Because well, it makes it seem like he's in.
Flies fly. So why are they walking on eyeballs?
landing
So
on there
They're
and walking.
landing on it. And
yeah, so
they're
we
like-
were thinking the animal itself was like.
Yeah, I think
Got it.
But I thought,
Yeah. I guess you guys just aren't advanced enough. To
100%.
Well, I think I think I would get it in the
I didn't.
show.
Because it looks like he's like, I'm so in charge. I'm gonna have these flies walking on their eyeballs. That's how, you know what I mean. I can do whatever. Do you guys remember where you were when Osama bin Laden got shot?
in my basement watching a Mets-Phillies Sunday Night Baseball.
That infamous game where they like had it broadcasting on the thing.
I was sprinting through New York from Port Authority because I had just taken a bus back from Massachusetts, and I had to. It was literally my first day. As like I think Manzo went on his honeymoon, and so it was like my first day in charge of Barstool New York, and I was like this has to get up, and I was like sprinting through New York trying to get. And
Arguably the biggest story that could have possibly happened.
Yeah.
Barstool, New York. Yeah. Barring like another 9/11, that's like the second biggest.
I think I'd written blogs before for Barstool, and like because I was like the intern stuff like that, but. If I remember correctly, that was my very first time, like, I'm in charge of the blog, and that story dropped while I was still on the bus, and I had to, like, fucking sprint to get it up.
This is such a weird, like, memory I have, but it's, like, got to be one of the, because, like, I, like, remember 9/11 a little bit. I was, like, 5 and a half. So, like, I remember bits and pieces of the day, but I remember, like, a couple months later being in Florida at my grandma and grandpa's house, and they have, like, this huge mirror. And I don't know, I think I just had recently learned the term son of a bitch. And I remember like staring at the mirror and thinking about Osama bin Laden and going, that son of a bitch. And I don't know why that just has always stuck with me. But I was like, that bin Laden is one son of a bitch.
It's like the De Niro, you talking to me when he's like practicing it. Yeah, I'll watch this for sure. Next topic. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's pre-dev now.
What year was that? 2012?
11, I believe. I think it was 11.
11. Oh, you fought with some guy who
Oh, May 2nd, 2011. Yeah.
What's that?
some guy called you a lib for liking the story about Bin Laden being killed. They called you a lib.
Because I like the story about Bin Laden being killed.
I'll slide it over.
Yeah, when you said there were mirrors.
Oh, I would. If you're checking on Twitter, I would. It was like pre-Twitter. I wouldn't have tweeted the story.
My nipples are already Still Team 6. That's a year
That's what-
and a half after he got killed.
My response is the same. Like, what do you mean? I'm a lib because I like Bin Laden being killed?
Yeah, Tom.
Why was that the tweet on November 2012?
Probably a documentary, if I had to guess, about Steel Team 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could pull up every single one of my tweets ever and go, "What are you talking about?" I don't know.
It would be a fun
Same thing. Netflix is reportedly looking to purchase rights to stream NFL Sunday.
Tommy
afternoon.
requested this on the rundown.
I did not request it.
I said this is a boring subject, but Tommy requested it.
Nate was looking for topics. I went through. It was the top story on the blog. So I said, oh, well.
Tommy wanted to talk. Tommy wanted to talk media rights with the boys. So, Tommy.
Last time I suggested a topic for the rundown.
This is where you really suggested this?
I didn't suggest it. I was just going through the top stories. It was on there.
What's your take on
I don't like
Netflix wanting?
I don't like it. I like my football being on CBS and Fox, and then the other issue is with Netflix, like it'd be harder to hit last. Like you can't.
Oh yeah, no, that's
You can't go back and forth between
inconvenient, yeah.
games. It's an inconvenience. Netflix, stick to fucking SEAL Team 6 documentaries, and yeah, I don't know. Get out of sports. That's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to work, but I don't think you said anything wrong there. It does suck when they're on streaming and you can't flip back and forth between stuff. But they're all going to end up on streaming.
Ridiculous.
Something that everybody cares about. Old people can't really watch. Like my grandpa. I was at my grandpa's house. We were trying to watch the IU Michigan State game, and I was like, "Do you have Wi-Fi?" And he looked at me like I just said,
Dude,
spoke Spanish to him.
the streaming of sports is a nightmare, but it is happening. So
Right.
we will look back on cord cutting as one of the dumbest things we ever did as a society.
So dumb.
Yeah, we gave the streaming. We just handed the power to the streaming platforms.
And I still have
I don't
cable
want to pay
and all.
$3 a month for ESPN because if I don't watch it, now we're all paying $400 a month for
Yep.
every streaming service.
Um,
No Four Nations?
what?
Aftershow. Go nuts.
What'd you just say?
Are you guys watching Four Nations?
No.
Four Nations. I thought you said no,
No?
foreign Asians. And I
Are
was
you gonna
like,
watch
all right.
the game Thursday night?
What is
Oh,
it?
The USA-Canada game?
Didn't they just play?
They just played. Now they're playing the championship.
How many times these teams fucking playing?
It's Four Nations,
Yeah.
right?
USA, Canada, Finland, Sweden.
They all play. Top two
Once.
teams play for the championship,
They all play each other once.
and they've all played each other now.
Got
So
it.
now it's just
What are their respective records?
USA is 2-1. Canada is 1-1. Canada has a regulation win, overtime win, and a loss. So I guess 1-1.
How are those the two best
And
records?
well, there's only 4
They
teams. Like,
played
1-1, and then there's a 1-2, and they have a tiebreaker.
no. 1-1. It means you have you get 3
Yeah,
points.
I know what 1-1 is.
Okay, but you get 3 points for
Yeah.
a win, 2 points for an overtime win, 1 point for an overtime tie, 0 points for a loss.
Right.
So-
So they have 3 points.
No, they have 5 points. Canada.
Okay.
USA has 6 points. Sweden has probably 3, and Finland, I would guess, has 3 as well. Actually,
So they're both, but that doesn't add up.
I might not be adding it up. People smarter than me have handled it. And,
I don't know. I think I'm on to
flies
something.
walking on their eyeballs.
Can you pull up the standing?
USA has won 2 games and lost a game. Canada has won a game, won a game
Right.
in overtime.
So that means that another team has to have also have a win.
Look, here's the deal. I'm 100% right, whether I'm explaining it or not correctly.
So Canada's 2-1.
Yeah, but 1-1, because one of their wins is an overtime win.
Got it. All right.
Oh, your boy Charlie McAvoy, shoulder infection.
Yeah, out week to week. Which
Sounds very bad.
probably officially buries the Bruins season. I'm surprised you're not in the Four Nations anthem business.
I saw some. The Canadians are booing the USA
Yes.
anthem. That's good.
I completely agree. They should be booing it.
Yeah, whatever. Like that.
Anyone who's in
it's a
a
rivalry.
tizzy about that is dumb.
Yeah. But so US. All right, I could get juiced up for that.
That's what I mean. I feel like I'm surprised that I thought this game would be bigger.
Yeah.
And I think it will be. I know it's only Wednesday right now. I think everyone's going to watch this game. I think 10 million people watched the first one. I think Four Nations is like the smartest thing in the history of hockey. I think everyone is going to watch
Who
it.
do we got on the squad?
A lot of American hockey players.
Yeah, like who?
well, I mean, you want me to list them?
Yeah, like, give me some names to get excited. Is TJ Oshie still on the team?
Yeah, you tell me I can blindly root for a United States
Yeah.
team. I'm
Yeah,
tuning in. In a
it's-
championship? Yeah.
Against a foreign country?
Yeah.
Hockey, I actually think should just
Not
go
that foreign, but
Oh, well,
just international.
The issue is the NHL season starts again, and it's like the San Jose Sharks exist when it's
but like hockey is the perfect sport.
yeah.
To be like xenophobic.
Yeah.
like high because like you know how other countries play. You like hate the way fucking Swedes play. It is a lot more fun to watch hockey internationally.
I haven't read anything. Are they going to expand it for next time? Like include? I know Czech Republic was complaining.
I don't
think
know how
Russia doesn't exist for
how'd they pick these 4 countries?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I believe it's a really old tournament that's been revived. I think let's check a Google on that. I'm 99% sure like
We'll just go with it.
in the 7. Well, I'd like to be right. Yeah. I believe I heard it's an old tournament from like the 70s.
all right, I
Don't worry,
can
Nate,
get
I got
juiced
it.
up for that.
Oh, 96. All right, so 96. I don't know if they'd expand. They should expand it. The Czech Republic, the fact that it's in Boston this year and one of the best players in the world lives down the street and isn't playing in it is crazy. That's David Pastrnak. He plays for the Bruins.
What is his?
He's Czech.
Got it. Yeah, I feel like you could get 8 countries, right? Czech Republic, Russia.
But then you're like, well, what do you do? This is just the All-Star break. Then like if you're having an 8-team tournament, how much time of the season are you taking away? But I obviously it'll never happen.
Shorten the NHL season.
I actually think like they should. I think they should do international tournaments for longer. Obviously they won't because it takes away from NHL money, but it's better hockey.
Is next year the When's the next Winter Olympics? Next year, right?
Yeah.
So same thing, kind of.
Next year they'll play in the Olympics.
Right, the regular Olympics.
Yeah, and then I think Four Nations will be back in 2027, but they just do it every year. There isn't the Olympics.
All right.
Well said.
Four Nations Championship tomorrow. 8 o'clock? It's at night,
8
right?
p.m., yeah, tomorrow
What's
night.
it on?
I'm sure it'll be on ESPN. There's some of the games have been on ABC.
Just give me one player in USA. Who's our goalie?
Who's our goalie? Is Connor Hellebuck.
Of course, on the Kraken.
No, he's on the Jets. Jack Eichel, Austin Matthews.
Oh, okay. Austin
Jack
Matthews
Hughes.
isn't Canadian?
No, he's from Arizona.
Mexican.
Interesting. I don't know why I just thought. Oh, I guess because he's on the Maple Leafs. I just assumed
Yeah.
he's Canadian. Yeah.
No, he is Arizonian.
Jack Hughes.
Jack Hughes is on the team.
There's one of your New York Rangers.
Who? Adam Fox.
Adam Fox.
Kreider.
Oh,
Fox
Kreider.
also. Kreider, though. Oldest player on the team.
Who? Oh yeah, that's right. Kreider. He didn't play.
Yeah.
That was weird. Where he didn't play the first 2 games, and then not only scored in 30 seconds in the 3rd game, but he's also on power play 1.
Is Sidney Crosby on Canada?
Of course.
Oh, nice.
You
I
haven't
could I
seen
could call
any of
things
this,
like
huh, Tom?
Sissy Crosby. I'll get that one in the back part. Back chamber.
Name 2 more guys on the Canadian team.
John Tavares.
No.
More Canadian hockey players. I'm getting Malkin's not Canadian.
Colorado Avalanche.
McKinney?
Close. McKinnon.
McKinnon counts. Who else is there? Some more. I only know my New York Rangers. I live and die with my New York Rangers, and I don't pay attention to anything.
Capo was in it.
We traded him, I thought.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing for Finland.
All right.
What about the best player in the world?
Ovechkin.
Okay, on Canada.
He's Russian.
Enough said, but
Connor McDavid. Yeah.
All right.
He's Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Puck Talk.
Do we have the young kid?
we're still going
from,
puck
No,
talk.
we're still from the Blackhawks. Who's
Connor Bedard. No, he's Canadian, but he's not on Team
Gotcha.
Canada.
All right, that's pretty much all I got on hockey.
Is there anything else on the after show? Fasoli.
Fasoli's here. Taking
Welcome
pictures.
back.
Welcome back, Fasoli.
Big get for us. He's just a good vibes guy. That smiling face, seeing him around.
I like bumped him in the hallway yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, Fasoli's here now.
Yeah.
Look at that smile.
That smile.
All right, that's the rundown.